Hey there, thanks for checking out this video. So if you're here on this page and you clicked on this video, you're probably looking at some different storage sheds. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about this one. So this is a lifetime storage shed. This has been outside here in our property. This is 8 feet wide, and I can't remember if it's 12 or 15 feet long. But I thought I'd take a couple minutes to show you how it's holding up. I'll walk you around the outside of it as well as the inside so you can kind of get a sense of how this is doing. So as I'm doing it, walk around the outside, just know that this has been set up and been out here for about 4 years. I live in the south, which means that it's hot and humid. It means it gets lots of sunshine. Even with all that sunshine, the paint is holding up well. There's really no spots where it's fading. Even up here on the roof, it's still holding up really good. Have no issues with that. It gets a lot of rain and it has any problems. And it's also very durable. So where I'm at in the south, we tend to get some hurricanes every year. And even with that, this thing has been through hurricanes for the last 4 years. I'm not sure exactly how many it's been. It's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 hurricanes, all kinds of very significant thunderstorms and rainstorms and windstorms. And she's still standing, guys. It's still in really, really good shape. So show you a little bit more about the inside here. I'll start with the door. On the door part, you have a latch here on the one handle. So you just push it down and that will kind of latch and open it or close for you. As well as it has a spot here where you can put a padlock or some sort of lock to hold it into place. And then the other door, when you open it up, it has little pins up on the top and the bottom here. So this is so it will latch into place here on top or on the bottom, and that will hold that door closed. So that's a little bit about the outside. Let me walk you through some other parts here inside the shed. So one of the parts I like most about this is that it actually comes with the floor. So this is a good, strong, I believe it's polyurethane floor as well. We have it sitting here on top of some gravel that had been leveled out. You see it's got a little bit of frame around it, so it's a nice flat surface for it to be sitting on. But with that, you don't feel any of the rocks or anything. When you stand on anything, you walk through here, you're walking on the floor, which has been holding up great as well. Now across the ceiling on the inside, a couple features to notice on that. First, they're all reinforced. So you have this metal frame that holds that roof up there, but then there's the truss that goes across that kind of helps support it. So I think that's part of why this is held up well, is you have an entire metal frame holding up the ceiling or holding up the roof of it. That's helped to make sure that it stays on, especially during windy or really rainy conditions. But then as you see, we have here, you can use it for a little bit of storage. We slid some different pool fences up through there, so they're up and out of the way. Other nice feature about the ceiling is that you have this little light that comes through here. That's just a lighter color material that's being used. So that's some natural sunlight that comes through there. It's not an electrical light or anything like that. That's just some natural sunlight that's almost like a skylight that's shining through. Now, speaking of light coming through, it comes with either 1 or 2 windows, I guess, depending on the model that you get. But this is supposed to be a shatterproof window. See, it's more of like kind of a plexiglass that's there. It's curved here a little bit at the top so that the brackets can hold into place. But then it just covers this opening there. So that also lets some natural light into the shed. So one of the things unique about the walls is that they all have these vertical slats built into them, these little notches in there that are every couple of inches. And what this is for a shelving system that you can install. Now, we didn't use that shelving system in this particular shed. We have our old shelves that are back there, but you could use this to put in the different shelving system. Then that you can adjust the height, the location of it, and you have a lot of flexibility with it. We do have here in the corners these little like shelves that come with as well that you just screw that into the wall. It can hold actually a decent amount of weight on there. I usually keep something lighter on top of it though. So another thing that is a favorite for me is the height of this. So I'm 6 feet tall and I can walk inside of the shed with no problem at all. And as you still see, I have a couple of feet until I hit the ceiling of it. So lots of roof in there, even for taller guys like me, you're gonna fit inside of this with no problem. And then just along the same lines of that, you have tons of space inside of here. As I said, I think it's 8 feet wide, all sorts of things that you can store inside of it. It's, you know, relatively waterproof as well. Not 100% necessarily. You might get some seeping through the cracks. We have never had anything significant coming in here, so keeps things inside of it that are nice and dry for you. So overall, this is a great shed, guys. You probably ask about how long it took to set up. We did it 4 years ago. If I remember correctly, it just took a couple of hours to put it up, even though with the size. So overall, this is a really great shed. It's going to hold up. If it's anything like this one we have here, it's likely going to be set up for years.